toad project to go with all my witchy decor that I'm making for this year's Halloween decorations. And I found this awesome cage when I was at Goodwill. It was $5.49, and I immediately thought I'm going to cage some little animals to have some little familiars around the space. And I bought this toad, which after looking at like 4 different stores, finally found one I thought would fit in this cage. And it's a ceramic toad from Michael's for $9.99. And of course, they always have their coupon, so I use my voucher, my 25% off. But the toad is black and gold, so it doesn't look very, realistic. So I've got my Craft Smart paints. I have holiday green, espresso, and a golden brown. So I just kind of picked, colors that were earthy. And then for my little cage, I want it to be not just all green, but purple and green, like my other witch decor. So this is Americana, and a purple color is called dioxazine, Dioxazine. It's a really nice deep purple, but it's a weird name. So I got my little pry tools, hoping that my cage will just pry off of here and I don't have to cut it or anything. And then I've got some brushes, a palette, and a paper towel. And that paper towel is going to be used for painting. So first I'm taking my pry bars and just seeing if I can get this thing off, like fingers crossed, because I also don't know if that toad fits in there because, I just had the idea and bought the toad that I like the best, and I think it's going to work. Luckily, this just had 2 little metal prongs that stuck down in the wood, so when I pried it, it came off clean. Thank God. Now, for the test, will the little froggy fit? And he does fit diagonal. He will not fit left to right, but thankfully he fits diagonal. But I do have to put him up a little bit. He doesn't fit flat. So once I found out that he fit, and I'm all excited, now we're moving on to getting everything to match. So I'm starting with the purple on the base of the little cage here. And this purple is going straight onto the green. As always, before I paint anything, especially if I bought it from Goodwill, I give everything a good scrub with some Dawn soap and just dry it out really well. For the froggy, all I'm doing here is I'm put in a little bit of my golden brown, a little bit of my holiday green, and then I put in a little bit of my espresso, and I'm just doing like a normal like faux painting technique like you would do with like a sponge or a plastic bag. I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to do that with the paper towel. And with the paper towel, you only need one, because the nice thing is like you're kind of just blending and mixing all these colors together anyways, so you don't have to worry about like, oh, I better just do green first or just my brown first. And I'm just sponging it all around him. For his eye, I'm also taking black, and there's a little bit of a little eyeball that is kind of sculpted out onto him already, which is nice. You have a little line to follow. So I took some black and did that to give him a more realistic eye. If you aren't quite as confident to do a small space like that, though, you can also use like a black Sharpie marker or like a little thin black pen, and that would do the same thing, because it's like a small little, like the little slit eye. See? So now he looks more realistic. I fit him up in the little cage, squish everything back on, and line it up. And here he is. Now again, because I had to angle him up, I just put a little moss underneath, but I absolutely love him. And next, I'm going to do something with a crow, so we have another familiar. And remember, if I can do this, you can too.